Hey everybody, it is Beth Boucher from Inspiring Young Learners, and welcome to day 4 of our challenge. It has been a really fun week. I have loved seeing your comments and what you're working on and how it's motivating you and inspiring you to get ready for back to school. So thank you. Keep sharing, keep posting. We are taking note of everyone who's posting and sharing and putting that into a big drawing for the grand prize of a 1-year membership to Equipping ELLs. Equipping ELLs is a monthly membership for teachers of ELLs. You can be a homeroom teacher, you can be an ESL teacher, but inside Equipping ELLs, you get all the resources for newcomers, intermediates, and this year we're breaking them down into grade level clusters and adding a bunch of new units and new resources. But you don't just get the resources, you get trainings every month, and then you also get community, which is the best part because the teachers inside of Equipping ELLs are awesome and so encouraging and so supportive. So anyways, that's the grand prize. I will choose a winner and let you know on Sunday. If you don't win, don't worry. The doors are open August 15th for Equipping ELLs. They only open twice a year, so be on the lookout for that so you don't miss out. So today's topic is all about technology. And after the last year and a half, I think everyone feels a little bit more comfortable with technology. I think that's a good thing that's come out of COVID is now, people who were hesitant before with using technology, I think all of you feel a little bit more comfortable now. And so how can we take the good things that we learned with technology and using that and put it into supporting our ELLs and helping give them some differentiation and some scaffolded support through technology. There's a lot of great ways. So I see there are some people here. Please say hi so I can see who's here. And also, as we get started here with our tech conversation, I want you to put in the comments, what was your favorite tech app or website or trick that you have picked up in the last year? Let me know. And let me see comments here. Let me know who's here and let me know your favorite tech app or trick or website that you came across that really helped you supporting your ELLs. All right, let's see if there's any comments coming in. All right, good morning. Hello, Jennifer and Andrea and Helen, welcome, good morning. Hola, Mrs. Marcella from Illinois, welcome. All right, so let me know your favorite tech apps or websites. I am going to be sharing 3 of my favorite that I think are really helpful for differentiating and really supporting the needs of our ELLs. So, and they're things that you can use in parallel with teaching in person. Jennifer said Jamboards. I love Jamboards as well. I think they're so great because they're so easy to use and really excellent for ELLs. Anybody else want to share one before we jump in here? Now remember, if you've missed any of the previous the previous challenge days, you can go back. They're available here in the Facebook group. Day 1 was about creating a welcoming environment. Day 2 was about setting up a communication system. Day 3 is about lesson planning. And then day 4 today is about technology. And tomorrow we will talk about adding in engaging resources. So let's see. Flipgrid, yes. Helen said her favorite tech tip was linking all my Google Docs to Schoology. Made it so much easier. Any changes I made in Google changed in Schoology in real time. Excellent. That must have been a huge time saver. I love that. All right. Good morning, Chica. Welcome. All right, so today I'm going to share with you three apps or websites that you can use that will really, really help. The first one is getting a Screencastify account. If you don't have Screencastify, it is awesome and a total game changer for saving time. And they've just recently added something that I think is even better. I believe Screencastify is free. If it's not, I think a year. If you want to upgrade, I think it's like $24 for the entire year. So it's very reasonable. But what it is it's an extension on your Google Chrome. And why I love it is because you can record yourself. You can record audio. You can record your desktop. And now they have a feature where it creates a QR code directly from there, and it's saved in your Google Drive. So I love, if you know any of my resources, I love using QR codes. So that's the second thing, is use QR codes with your students. That's a great way to incorporate technology to help scaffold things for them. And then they can just, listen to it at home. So if you can QR code vocabulary cards, or maybe reading passages, or maybe this summer take some of your books and do a QR code, read them, and then paste that onto the front cover of the book. Now you have a listening station. So using QR codes can be very powerful. Before, I used to use QR codes and use a website called Churbit, but that had ads and I didn't love that. Now Screencastify allows you to record anything, either a video or an audio or your desktop, and it creates a QR code and it saves it in your Google Drive. So that's why I love Screencastify, because now it's saved in your Google Drive. The kids, when they scan the QR code, it just pops up one, audio line or a video that they watch, and there's not ads. So that's why I love Screencastify. Check it out. Another way you could use Screencastify is to front load your lessons or pre-teach vocabulary. So doing something like a flipped classroom, where maybe you teach a lesson on video or your desktop and walk through a lesson, and then you let your students watch that before they come to class. So that could be a very powerful way to help support your students or help scaffold things for them, in their content classes. If you don't have time to see all your students and you're kind of running around like crazy, if you could spend a few minutes, even this summer, start to prep now, of lessons that are upcoming, that you could front load vocabulary, or you could walk through how to do something. Even walking through and recording your desktop of how to log into your Google Classroom account for those newcomers that are new. Doing those types of tutorial things and then giving that to them is a very powerful way to help them become more independent, but also get the support they need. So the first thing is Screencastify. I will link these things here in the Facebook group so you can check them out. But that's just a Google Chrome extension. The second thing, and this is the first challenge item of the day, is to add the Mote extension, M-O-T-E. And this is something I'm becoming obsessed with, because it is so simple but very powerful to have our ELLs constantly talking and to find a way for them to provide feedback. So Mote is also an extension, and what it does, it's just a video recording. You have about 30 seconds, and they can record and video record and leave the recording anywhere. So if you're doing a Google Slides with them, they can respond. If you're using the monthly speaking and writing cards, you could have that up there on the screen, sharing that with them, and they can respond onto that picture with a voice recording, and the whole class can respond. They can, click each recording and listen to it. And why I love this is because we need our students speaking all the time. We want them to be responding, and we want them to have speaking opportunities, authentic ones. Especially practicing for Access, this is a great way for them to practice speaking into a computer. And so I love this, because then it gives you that feedback. It gives you those audio files. Again, it saves it directly to your Google Drive. So you'll have a folder of the audio files, and that is awesome to have on hand for progress monitoring, for meetings, for RTI meetings, to show progress in speaking skills. Speaking, I know a lot of people are saying their students are just unable to pass the speaking assessment on Access. So doing daily things like this, where they're getting used to speaking into computer, they're getting very comfortable speaking, is really important. The other reason I love Mote extension is because you can add on an audio. So let's say you're assigning Google Drive or Google Forms, and you want to make sure they understand the directions clearly. You can hit that extension, that Mote extension, and record and read the directions to them, and then it saves it right there on the Google form or on the Google Slides, and you don't have to click on and go to any other website. So it's making it very easy to provide that support for your ELLs by giving them, making sure they understand the directions, or doing reading over a reading passage if you're working on listening comprehension, for example. It's all right there in your Google activities. So let me know in the comments if you have heard of Mote or you use Mote. In today's challenge, I want you to add the extension, and if you need to reach out to your IT department and see if they can add it on the student devices, that's a great thing you can do now before school starts. Let's see. Oh, Amy said she loves Screencastify. Yeah, the QR codes have just, probably in the last couple months, they have a QR code feature now, which I am super excited about. Anybody use Mote yet? It's MOTE. I know if you're in Equipping ELLs, I've told you about that before, but I'm just finding more and more useful ways to use that. All right, and the third way, and some of you guys are familiar with this, is to get set up on a platform like Flipgrid or Jamboard. Those are excellent tools to use to help your students engage and interact and at their language level. It's easy to differentiate and provide quality lessons and engaging lessons on those platforms. And you could use that with newcomers, you could use it with intermediate ELLs, it doesn't matter, but it gives them a way to respond to what you're teaching, and that is crucial. So those are great for exit slips. Flipgrid I love using for the students to, again, speak and respond. We want them to be applying what we're teaching, and so I love using Flipgrid for that. It also helps them to be able to interact with their peers and listen and respond to each other. And so, again, Flipgrid is going to give you an online portfolio of their speaking, and that's a very powerful piece to have. You know, I was talking the other day about how we want to make sure that we're providing opportunities for our students to reflect and to see how far they've come. And so having things like Flipgrid and having those videos saved that they can go back and click and they can watch at the beginning of the year, wow, look at where you were at, and now look at where you are now. Look at how much you've improved. Look at how much more confident your speaking skills are. That's going to build confidence in them. So when you can have that online portfolio of their speaking, that's going to be very helpful for you to quickly and easily pull those things up and give them that boost of confidence, or give them that opportunity to, you know, glow and grow. Give them something positive about their speaking and something that they can work on, and then have them reflect on it the next time they do a speaking response. And so I love both of those tools, because they're really quick and easy to set up. It doesn't take a lot of time on your part, but there's a lot of huge engagement with the students on those. So those are two of my favorite. Nearpod I've also heard is a great one. I have not used Nearpod. I think we're at the point now where there's so many that we get a little overwhelmed of where to go. So narrowing it down, if you want to get started on an engaging platform to just do exit slips or to kind of guide your lessons, Jamboard and Flipgrid are great to do that. Any other tech tips that you want to add in, let me know in the comments. I'd love to. I will post another post here in the Facebook group to just kind of get a list of different activities and different tools we've been using that we've found really great success with. There's a ton of great websites out there. So please let us know. I know Kahoot's a great one. WordWall is a great one. There's a bunch, and a lot of them are free. So we'll keep that list going, and when you feel motivated to add in some new tech or you're looking for a new idea, you can refer back to that. But again, the three ones that I recommend are Screencastify, Mote, and if you click on that square on your bingo board, it should take you to the Mote extension, and then Flipgrid or Jamboard. So the other challenges are for today. I posted a video that I did at the beginning of COVID to just show how to do an online lesson with your ELLs using the Pixar silent videos, the videos without any speaking. You can find those on YouTube, so how you can pull that and really create an engaging lesson out of that. That's great for all language levels because there's no speaking. So they're just, you know, inferencing and figuring out what's going on, and then they can apply it in their own way. So that's the second challenge for today. And then the last one is, again, to just add in what tips and tricks you've learned out of the last year and a half that have helped you to really use technology to your benefit and to your students' benefit and make it easier for you to teach and to differentiate for your ELLs. So post that in the Facebook group. Let us know. Let's get that ongoing list so we can continue to help support each other. All right, tomorrow I will be back with ways that we can add in engaging resources, ways that we can look at our lessons and add in really easy ways to help scaffold and support our ELLs with the lessons we already have going. So Thanks so much. Are there any questions before we head out today? I don't see any here in the comments. So I hope you all have a great day. Keep working on the challenge. Post it in the group. Share it with other friends. Invite them into our group. And let's keep getting motivated and excited for this back to school season. All right, everybody. Have a great Thursday, and I will talk to you soon.